It's the moment you've all been waiting for. AhnaldT101 doing a Marvel Strike Force video.
Emily 2.0 here, everyone. Checking in on y'all.
No Emily. We promised never to bring back Emily 2.0. What do you think about that?
I thought the Emily 2.0 was beautiful.
Yeah. So for those you don't know, Arnold and I pretty much did all the Galaxy of Heroes videos together. I don't know. We probably made 200 videos together. I even lived with you for
easily,
3 months.
man.
Yeah, maybe 200 videos together. And you put up your first Marvel Strike Force video here right behind me. Guess what we're doing today? What are we doing?
What are we doing, my friend? I heard that we're doing some Red Star openings.
Yes.
The greatest thing of all time.
Yes.
The thing that brings everyone to the game.
Oh boy, I don't know.
It's actually one of the number one comments on my videos. That I mean, some people don't really care for the red orbs that much, and then some people said that's the reason why they left the game. I'm curious to learn more about it because I'm not yet level. You said 52s. The level 52 is when you start seeing this stuff, right?
Yeah, level 52 is when Red Star gets unlocked, and the reason why I'm doing this orb opening today is that there's a 40% discount whenever a new character comes out, and then also in that time period they boost the drop rates. So you can see right here the normal drop
10%.
rate is 10% versus the 0.89. And so even though I have 28 orbs, I'm only going to open up orbs until I open up Shocker. And the other reason why I'm doing this today is because the video is sponsored and they're helping me pay for the orbs.
Sponsor Eagle!
Play the clip. This episode is sponsored by Amazon Coins and Prime Day 2019, and the fun will start on July 15th and 16th, but you can load up starting the 8th and get $50 in Amazon Coins for only $35 while supplies last. Now, what is Amazon Coins? Amazon Coins is a digital currency where 100 coins equals $1 that allows you to buy Android apps, games, and in-game items for less. That's right, for less. The more coins you buy, the greater the discount. The App Store is available on your Android phone or tablet, so you have to download the Amazon App Store for your Android. Then you have to download the game Marvel Strike Force from within the Amazon App Store, and then you'll be able to purchase the Prime Day deals. So if you're playing Marvel Strike Force and want to get more power cores or orbs, make sure to use your Amazon Coins on Prime Day to save even more money. Click on the link below for more details. This deal is available in the United States only. Okay, so we're going to open up the Red Stars, and I'll let you just ask me questions about the Red Stars because you haven't gotten into that yet, but we're just going to open up a couple of them here until we get started. But what's the main thing about Red Stars, I guess, is that they're very powerful? I don't know.
Yeah, you showed me how the power scales over time. So it's not like the gold stars where you farm them manually through the shipments and the nodes, right? This is something you strictly get out of this orb right here.
That was completely random, and I right now just opened up a green one, which gave me a 1-star Doctor Strange, and I already have a Doctor Strange. I don't know how many stars, but probably 3 or 4. And so I get these credits up here. So that way when I get to 5,000, I can open up a guaranteed 4-star. So basically what I'm doing today is like I'm probably going to get all duplicates because they all level out at about 4 stars, it seems like at the end of the day. It's like, oh my goodness. So far, what is that? 3 for 3 duplicates?
Yeah, not looking good so far. So our characters like Iron Man and Nick Fury in here as well, even though they're legendary characters.
Yeah, every character's in here except for Ultimus and Ultron. And Ultron is over the top good without Red Stars whatsoever. And Ultimus needs all the help he can get. That guy is straight placeholder novelty character currently. He
was like General Grievous in Galaxy of Heroes for the longest time. It was absolute trash.
Is exactly like General Grievous. It's like just the way that he's just like a novelty. He doesn't do anything at all. So far, all I've pulled is just straight duplicates.
But let me ask you this question in a second. Would you take a 7-star red 7-star pre-rework General Grievous? There you go.
Okay, there we go. That's actually pretty important. I had a 1-star before, and she needs all the health she can get to survive because my goodness. So that's actually pretty cool. And going from, I think, 1-star to 2-star is like a 2% boost to maybe like a 5% boost. I have to go look at the stats again. So it does help a bit. Anyways, what was the question?
I was gonna say, so you're telling me how like important red stars are, because like if you have a red star bad like mediocre character, you're showing me that people would actually throw them in arena and make their team revolve around them, even though they aren't the best characters. So the question I gave you just for fun is, would you take a red star pre-rework General Grievous and throw him in a team, because the red stars are pretty significant, right?
Okay, so like I guess so that boosts up her by 1,200 power. Yeah, because it is important, and so so I went from a 2% boost to a 5% boost, and then you can see that it goes all the way up to 75, and that's on base stats like health, damage, armor, focus, and resistance. Focus is going to be like potency, resistance could be like tenacity, and these are these are pretty much all the same otherwise. So that's very good. Now. So the question is if I pulled not Ultron, but if I pulled like an AIM minion or something like that, or if it was a damage output, maybe like if it was like one that does like damage, like one of these guys that does like actual damage output, like Hydra Riper Trooper, if I got a 7-star, maybe that would make it into my squad arena team, but probably not. Probably not. I mean, because there still needs to be. It needs to probably be like a you know, if it would say A is the best tier, it has to probably be like a B or a C tier character. So like I'm going into my arena, and you can see that people do plug in, you know, their higher star count characters. Let's hit refresh right here. These are pretty much standard teams, but oftentimes people will go out of their way to put, like right here, Captain America at 6 stars, right? Where he probably wouldn't have made this team if he was 4 stars. He probably would have put Minerva here or Pyro instead of Captain America. If I think this guy put in Captain America just because he was 6 stars, which is pretty significant. So we're going to go back and do the orb. So it does create a lot of diversity. I mean, I wish there was more upsides to red stars. I really hate the randomness and how important they are. But that is one of the few. That's one of the few things that is kind of nice about it, is it does create some diversity. Oh, this is great.
Look at you, back to back.
Back to back,
people.
Back to back. And so that goes from, so I had a 2% boost, and now that went to a 5% boost, and now I'm going to get a 10% boost. So, and she's important that she does not die, because like that clip that you put in your video, if she would have died, frail. If she would have died, that would have been it. I would have had to, who cares? See, that's someone that doesn't matter, but if she would have, died, I would have had to force close the app and then try to go. I could go back. I can actually save the team by force closing the app. But anyhow, it's or actually the team's you can do that still. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. Nothing so far. Well, we did get we got rescue. That's
big
good.
Cash.
Okay, so
this is gonna be a shocker right here. I feel it. Shocker right here.
Hey, I'll stop when I get Shocker, man. And I'll save these for when Vulture comes out. That's kind of the whole point of this. All right, here we go. Man, nothing. So far, just straight duplicates anyways.
Straight, it looks like you're not getting anything too. That's at 10% drop rates. I mean, how many characters are in this game? They're like, they have at least 100.
105 maybe now? I don't know, somewhere up there, a little over 100.
Yeah, so you have even though you had that 10% chance, you still got a lot of characters you're going to probably hit here. So, I mean, so with the meta, I mean, obviously, like in other games, we look at team compositions mainly, and then obviously there's mods and stuff like that. There we go, 2 stars. Are you done? You're going to stop right here?
I'm done. No, I'm going to save these. I mean, normally when I do these orb opening videos, I'll just go and blast through all of them to, but actually, I'm done. Like, that's all I wanted was to get a 2-star Shocker, and I will save the remaining 8 until a Vulture comes out. I think most people do this, and I've already opened like 16, so that costs 2,000 a piece. And then you can see, like, I went from virtually no 4-star tickets. I almost have a guaranteed 4-star unlock when this gets to
4-star.
Yeah, when it gets to 5,000. And usually for every $100, it seems like every time I do the $100 opening, I made it through most of it. I opened up 20 out of the 28 I had, and so I was pretty much almost all the way through it. So anyways, what was the question?
So yeah, so like with the meta thing that everyone's always chasing after. How important is character composition or team composition versus red star orbs? Like, does character composition not matter that much? It only matters for the red stars, or is there kind of like a 75-25% split? Because like for me, I'm trying to look for the better teams, and obviously right now I'm farming defenders to get myself going. But as I go down the road a bit more and I start getting these red stars, how important is red stars compared to team compositions?
It's still all about teams.
Is that the big question that the greatest philosophers are still trying to answer?
it's still about team composition.
Okay.
It really is. The whole game has gone towards team synergies, and there's definitely teams. Now, when the game first came out, there was no team synergies, and Defenders, the Defenders rework was pretty much the first team that had team synergy, and it was kind of restrictive. Like, a lot of people felt that we were all forced into just running the defenders a certain way. The 4 main defenders and then Punisher is a logical choice, but you can actually technically also run Ms. Marvel, but Ms. Marvel has kind of been changed into her own subset of a team, with her being the leader and Chavez and so on and so on. And so I do think team composition is probably still the most important thing. Now, the one team and team synergy. Now, the one team that doesn't seem to be that way is Ultron teams. So if you make an Ultron team, you really have a lot of flexibility to put anybody else on that team, because he's just a good character overall.
Right.
And so what I see a lot of times is on Ultron teams, people throw in their 6 stars or their 7 stars on their Ultron teams. And we're talking about Alliance Wars, because basically Arena is just a small part of the game. I mean, there's Blitz, there's raids, and the
Alliance Wars.
Yeah, Alliance Wars. So there's just so many different game modes where Arena is one part of the game, but it definitely is not like the main part of the game. It's it's less important than all the other game modes in total than it is in Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, that is kind of nice. And one thing I do kind of appreciate, because, especially with Galaxy of Heroes, you need to have those perfect mods, 6-dot mods, 7 stars, Gear 13. I'm kind of looking at your teams and stuff like that, and you kind of have stars all over the place. I think that's one of the things. I mean, I know this game has definitely a bigger grind, it looks like, for shards compared to Galaxy of Heroes, but it's kind of nice, at least from what it seems, that you can get away with like 2, 3, 4-star characters. And because you told me, like, no one has, like, or at least really no one has like a maxed out character at this point, right?
People do, but I don't. And you don't. Yeah, I don't. And I think it's because I've gone broad instead of wide. But if I look at my roster in the game, I have my roster. My roster right here is at 746, and as soon as I get Ultron, I'll probably pop into the 600s because I'm close to getting Ultron. I don't have Ultron right now, but if I look at my roster, I technically do not have a 7-star character at Gear 13. The closest one that I have is Nick Fury. He's at Tier 13, and I'm 1 star away. In theory, the rumor has it on the street that there's going to be a Nick Fury event this month. And then also, like Pyro is still missing. But then some of the other characters like Black Widow, Captain America, and Thanos, I'm missing the finisher to take it to the final part of Gear 13. And then when I have 5 Gear 13 characters, I can go into that ultra-long galactic war, if you will, called Fear of the Darkness, and which Dark Dimension. And it requires Gear 13, pretty much mandatory to use Minerva. I think the most common team composition is going to be like Minerva.
Yeah, I see a ton of Minervas when I just like browse through just the arena. That I just see almost every other team has Minerva and Ultron. That seems to be like the go-to stuff to head towards.
As far as just raw power and effectiveness and not being dependent on team synergy whatsoever, Ultron/Minerva, then maybe Captain Marvel, and maybe Nick Fury. And then from there, it kind of seems to go into like pairs, like Nick Fury with his tank, or Magneto with Juggernaut, or Phoenix with Colossus. So like they're pairs, like the main character with their tank. It's kind of like a duo as far as, but if in all the other game modes, Alliance Wars and Blitz, or even in the raids, you're more focused on team synergies than the raw power of the arena. You're going to pull apart teams, but Alliance Wars, you don't, to put together your alliance, your squad arena team or your arena team, you would have to break up like 3 teams, and it's just not efficient. You have to leave the teams kind of in the cookie cutter, like X-Men on this team.
Then Shield
Defenders
on another
this
team.
Shield on this team, but you don't necessarily split it up. So, all right, well now it's time for the giveaway.
What a giveaway!
I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you'll be getting for free in your account an 8-star Electro. This is not a scam.
Oh, me and the boys.
Me and the boys.
Me and the boys grinding the red star. That's how we do it, everyone. Me
Grinding
and
the red
boys. It's so cool they perfectly timed out all these characters.
Yeah, I know, right?
6 with the me and the boys.
Well, and then, instead of getting Electro, we got Shocker. So maybe we'll get Electro. But I think, we're still missing some of the Sinister 6. We've got 4. I
want to see Doc Ock come to the game. I don't know if there's any data mines or stuff like that, but I'm hoping he gets at it. He's kind of cool.
Nothing. I mean, the only thing that we have that's coming in the Spider-Verse genre is Mysterio.
Mysterio and Vulture,
which could be Sinister 6, but did you see the movie yet?
I have not, but I heard it's absolutely amazing. I'm hoping to see it later on this week. But from what I hear, Mysterio's he's not a bad guy in this movie, right?
I'm not going to spoil the movie.
Okay, don't spoil it for me. Okay.
There'd be a complete spoiler there.
Your Marvel fans will start yelling at you, unsubscribe, unsubscribe.
Well, we're almost to the point where we can start spoiling that movie. But if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you.
All right.
So you have to see the movie to see. But traditionally, Mysterio is a villain.
Right.
I think that everybody needs to know that Mysterio is a villain. Technically 99% of the time or 90% of the time in the Marvel universe, but they can do anything they want all the time, right? I mean, that's the kind of the beauty of these movies and all that good stuff. So, alrighty, guys, be sure to watch out for Arnold, and he's going to be doing some Marvel Strike Force. You're just getting started, so
I'm the biggest Marvel Strike Force channel out there now.
Come on, if I put it on my main channel, Oh God. Yeah, don't even bother subscribing to Arnold. That guy's too weird, man.
He sucks, man. He sucks.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.
Bye. Peace out.